I can fly out. No. Thou mayest avenge.
Hello, my name is Orion Cooling. I'm the founder and artistic director of Edge Theater, and also directing Macbeth. Oops, that's the wrong play. I'm also directing MacSith. MacSith is a hybrid. It's a cross between the world of sci-fi and the world of Shakespeare. We're taking Shakespeare's Macbeth and dropping it into the sci-fi universe. So there's going to be energy weapons and there's going to be monsters, but you're not watching characters from the movies, you're watching Shakespeare's characters set in this universe. I mean, I was, from 5 years old on, I wanted to be a Jedi Knight, so I spent years and years and years obsessed with the Star Wars universe, and I found that what made it really exciting was similar to Shakespeare, that these stories are universal. Whether you're looking at Luke Skywalker's journey, or whether you're looking even at someone like an anti-hero like Macbeth, that it's the story that matters, and the universe that they're in can really just be rearranged a bit. Would we care about Luke if he was part of the Star Trek universe? Sure we would. His story matters, right? Would we care about Macbeth if he was set in the 1920s? Sure we would. So if we have these worlds that can be juxtaposed, can we then take these stories and play with them well and swap them around a little bit? So Star Wars allowed for me to have an unlimited creativity in a genre that I adore, at the same time telling a really dynamic story.
Well, one of the largest differences is the length of the show. We've cut it down to a little bit over an hour, and I think it would take most people that long to just read the first act of the original source material. You get kind of the nitty-gritty of it. A lot of people, I'm not sure if they realize that when Shakespeare wrote, a lot of what he wrote, he repeated a lot of things. And so we took out a lot of that repetition and just have the basics of the story.
When you hear something like MacSith, and the first thing that comes to mind is, you're doing Macbeth only Star Wars? It's kind of hard not to have like a good laugh about that. It just sounds kind of silly.
I actually texted a really good friend of mine, and I was like, I'm in rehearsal for this new show that I'm doing, MacSith, and she was like, what is it? And I was like, it's the Scottish play set in the Star Wars universe. And she's like, that sounds hilarious. And I was like, no, it's the Scottish play. People die all the time.
This particular cast is amazing. Everybody's so excited. They have a wide knowledge of Star Wars and that world, as well as Shakespeare and this particular story. And I think everybody's really excited to just give it their all and to really get started. I think everybody kind of has the same sense of what we're going for with the type of theme and feeling and atmosphere that we're trying to create with this particular show. And with Mackers in general, it's always pretty intense. So.
Boba Fett? It is the reverse Boba Fett. Doing it.
One of the really wonderful things about this particular production is the incredibly high level of stage combat competency that we have. I'm a fight director and a certified teacher of stage combat through Dueling Arts International, so I've got some young people who I've trained for many years who are in this production. But we also have people in our cast who've done motion capture work for major video games, who've been studying martial arts all of their life. So the combat that we're doing, mixing saber work and gunplay and martial arts, is going to be in the extreme.
I'm actually trained in a lot of things. I have 5 different martial arts that I know. I'm trained in every modern weapon, every modern gun. I have some special forces training, CQB training. I do a lot of fighting things, and to be in a play, I'm usually the only one who has any of that kind of background. To be in something like this, where everyone has at least a little bit of that background, it really helps to add to what we want to do, what we want to accomplish with these big fight scenes, these big action sequences, and just make the most big and beautiful pictures of battle and gore that we can on stage.
The sword fights are going to be amazing.
If you like lightsabers and you enjoy Shakespeare, then you need to see this show. It's going to be some of the most amazing lightsaber battles you'll ever see in a black box theater, ever.
And it's just going to be a really fun show with a lot of very talented performers, and it's always great to see a show that's just really well done and really tight, and that's what this show is going to be.